Wonders to your sports picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. It's week 6 in college football. Today is, Wednesday the 12th, right?
Yes.
And we are talking with Al McMorty from BigAl.com. Always love these calls with Al McMorty. They're always very interesting, sometimes entertaining. And you had Mike Brenner. I would not go head-to-head against Al McMorty in any situation, but you did it last week with the Pats. And then we got information that sharp action came in on the Browns as well. And then we got information that Doug Upzone was on the Pats.
And I didn't
look
waver.
what happened.
I didn't waver.
Unbelievable.
No, I just felt it. I mean, that recipe was just, and it played out perfectly.
Yeah.
And again, but you know what? That was last week. I can't wait to hear what Al's
That's
got
right.
for this
well,
week.
let's just get to Al's just a few thoughts
But
on
thank
that
you,
game.
though,
Al,
Pete. I appreciate
congratulations.
that.
Al McMorty in our video for that one, Mike Brenner said he was throwing the analytics and stats out the window. And I'm not saying it was just one game, but in that one game, it points to him being right. Do you have any thoughts on how that game wound up turning out?
Well, my only thought is I was really hoping that Cleveland was going to cover so I would get that free trip to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it to you, too.
Very interesting game. Very, very interesting game. And Mike Brenner, again, you were not the only one on the Pats. Doug Upzone, whom we all respect, was also on it. All right, so let's move on. The first game we're going to cover today is Philly and Washington. Now, this is an interesting one, right? Philly, obviously, a very impressive team, right? The defense has been great. Carson Wentz has been awesome. They came off the bye, though, and they lost against Detroit. Another game that we were told Sharps were on the wrong side of, and you were on the right side of, Mike Brenner. Mm-hmm. Now they're playing Washington, and we know also that the Sharps have been on Washington almost every week this week, except for not last week, but they did get another win and cover, so they're playing great special teams. The defense is stepping up. We know that their offense is capable. This is one of those games where the side really confuses me, but I like the total a lot. I took the over 44.5. Mike Brenner, do you have any thoughts on this one?
Well, as far as the total, and that's your specialty, I kind of like that because I think you got a Washington team that really needs to prove some things offensively, and you got Carson Wentz. What I like about this youngster was the remarks he made after the loss. Focused. He's not going to let him get it down. So I think this team's going to pick it up as well, and I think he might be able to pick apart that Washington secondary. But as far as the side, I got to stay off of this one, fellas.
And pretty interesting because it was 2 a day ago. Now it's up to 2.5 or 3, so some money's come in on Philly. Al McMorty, this is a very interesting game. Philly obviously been an impressive team, but the Sharps have loved Washington so far this year. What's your take on it?
Well, I'm one of those Sharps you referred to, but I was actually on the Detroit Lions last week. That was my best bet of the week.
Yes, he was with me on that one.
Listen,
plus the points. So that was a great win. Obviously, the game could have gone either way. Philadelphia fumbled the ball at the end to set up Detroit's game-winning field goal, but Detroit got the cash as a 3.5-point underdog. But I actually look for Philadelphia to bounce back on the road at Washington on Sunday for 2 reasons. First, NFL road teams off a road loss. They're a terrific 133-97 against the spread in division games. And second, the Eagles lost both meetings to the Washington Redskins last season. But revenge-minded teams off an upset road loss, they're 103-63 against the spread versus division foes going back to 1980. Finally, the Redskins are awful at home versus opponents off a straight up and against the spread loss. They've covered just 16 of their last 47 in that situation. I think it all points toward a Philadelphia bounce back on Sunday. I'm going to lay the points.
Wow, see, that's what Al McMorty does. When you have a game like this where you're scratching your head, he has stats that really kind of illuminate things, and the line has moved that way. I don't know. My sense is that both these teams are pressed. I wouldn't want to bet against either one of them, but it's convincing, right?
I know it is.
Big bounce back from Philly.
That's the second good breakdown I've heard. I got another friend of mine that's into this, and he loves Philly this week also. Yeah.
All right.
So
Philly might be a sneaky good play. Al McMorty from BigAl.com. Thanks so much. This is what you do. This is what you've been doing your whole career. And, of course, your website is BigAl.com. Ton of free plays there every week. Actually, 28 free plays there every week. Al McMorty, a lot of free plays. Tell us about your website, Al McMorty.
Well, yeah, folks can go to BigAl.com, and I've been in business going back to 1992. We've been red hot over the last 10 or 11 months now. 570 wins, just 425 losses the last 995. Over the shorter term, I'm 74-44 in my last 118. And as you mentioned, we have 4 free plays every day, 2 for myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. So 4 free plays every single day. Just go to BigAl.com and click on free picks. Of course, also NHL and NBA are right here on the horizon. NHL starting today and then NBA in about 10 days. And I was red hot at the end of the last seasons for each of those sports. 49-22, my last 71 in the NHL. 58-37, my last 95 in the NBA. And, of course, I'm really looking forward to the start of those 2 seasons as well.
Wow. All right. Impressive pitch there. Thanks so much, Al McMorty.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, guys.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.